All right, guys, today what we're going to do is we are going to do our best to take our bridges that are two-dimensional, laying flat on our wax paper, and we're going to take them and put them in the third dimension so that they have depth and height and where they really become strong. So the first thing that we need to do is go ahead and let's separate the bridge from the wax paper. Let's get started. Okay, now that I have these taken off of the wax paper, you guys need to go ahead and get that cardboard box, and you're gonna set that down. And what you need to do is grab a pair of scissors, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put two little notches in this cardboard that is one toothpick length apart, so that we can begin to stand these up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a toothpick and I'm going to kind of measure that, and I'm just going to put a mark right there with my scissors, and I want it to be a little bit less, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that right there. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to cut a groove that is the same width as your bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and cut another groove right next to it, and I'm going to make it down a little bit. I'm going to pull that tab down. I'm going to see how that fits. Oh, not quite. So I'm going to cut a little bit more. Okay, pull that down. And you want to do your best to cut perpendicular. That means straight down. Okay, and notice that I can get that to sit inside. So now that I have one truss standing up, I'm going to go ahead and get my second truss. Okay, I'm going to kind of, yep, that's about the right spot. I'm going to cut that straight down. Okay, now it's really important that these are at the same level, same height. So we're going to set that down in, and you can't tell right now, but this one is a little bit higher than the other one. So I'm going to try and get that to fit just so. Okay, your goal to stand this up is to be extremely delicate. Your goal is to do about 6 toothpicks. The toothpicks need to be spread apart so that when you take it out of this cardboard, you don't want to glue this in the cardboard the entire time. You want to just do a couple that are going to hold it still. So I'm going to start something over here on the left. I've got to find a good spot to glue. I get a nice strong toothpick. I'm going to lay that across. Now notice when I touch it, it kind of moves. And that's why we're only going to do a couple on this first day. And I'm going to go ahead and put one over here. Notice I'm trying to stay inside the box so that as I do this, any glue that drips is going to stay inside the box. Now the bottom is a little bit trickier because you've got to really be delicate. And I'm going to go ahead and send this one through. Oop, I moved that quite a bit. You can see how much I moved it. Okay, and so we're just going to try and get these in place. Let me get one on this side. Okay, notice that the glue is sitting still for me. Notice that I'm trying to do straight across. Let's get this to sit just so. Okay, now before I walk away, I'm going to stop at 4. Okay, notice that I've got 4 on here, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. The goal is to just get 4 or 6 on there. If you wanted to get 2 in the middle, you can. But all you're trying to do is hold it still so that when this glue dries, you can pull it out, but it is going to be perpendicular to the ground and the top lines are nice and parallel. So that's how far we get until the glue dries.